Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jeff and you're watching the Gamestork Daily News Update. And believe it or not, day after day after day, there's more and more news. There's some really good stuff today. You guys have probably heard about this little game that's been announced yesterday, which we'll talk about at the very end. But other than that, there's some really good news. Let's dig right in.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.
So if there's any of you out there who believe that the Switch is not very stable and it's running, or perhaps you're having games crash or things like that, more importantly, if you're having issues with motion controls in general, I've got good news for you. The new Switch update is out now, which is 4.1.0, and they've released the system update today. So today's update includes the general system stability improvements, and these include the resolution of the motion controls responding incorrectly when playing games that use the feature. This is one that if you have been using this, please download this. Let me know. I know that personally I haven't had any issues with any of the motion controls lately, but there have been people out there who have been having issues, and you might be one of those. So if you are one of those people who have had issues with this, sound off in the comments so that I know and I can announce that this does in fact fix whatever the issue is for whatever the game is. But for you, this is great news. 4.1.0 should fix your problem, and you probably don't even have to download it. It's set to download on its own if you're connected to Wi-Fi, so you're probably going to come home from work or whatever you're doing, and your system will be updated automatically. Now, there's this older game that I've played that I really enjoyed, and this is an old school platformer. The name is Legend of K, and the Legend of K Anniversary is rated for the Nintendo Switch, and this is a pretty big deal for those of you who love those classic platformer games. THQ Nordic released Legend of K Anniversary on Wii U in 2015, and that same game may now be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Since the Legend of K Anniversary has been rated by the SRB, now we could see it could be a sign that THQ Nordic plans to bring this to the Switch, which I think is a good sign. Like any of those games that came to the Wii U should be ported over to the Nintendo Switch. Because let's face it, by the end of the first year, we'll see more sales from the Nintendo Switch than we did in the lifespan of the Wii U, which means there's a lot more players, a lot more people that are going to get to experience this game. So it makes sense to bring this over to the Nintendo Switch from the Wii U. Now here is an overview of what you can expect if you know nothing about this game. 10 years after its initial release, Legend of K Anniversary is a thoroughly remastered version of the original game with high-resolution textures, new and more detailed character models with modern rendering techniques, and a crystal-clear surround sound, which gives this great classic a new shine. Full of fond allusions to old martial arts films and pop culture quotes, Legend of K Anniversary is both an incredibly funny game and a challenging action-adventure for young and old players alike. Now, this is a game, honestly, that I would say it's not on the level of something like Ocarina of Time or something like that, but it is a very solid platformer that will make you nostalgic for games of the N64 era. What they do pretty well. It's a really fun game, and as long as the price is right here, come on down. I see that this would be a wise decision. It would be a good choice, a good purchase for you if you're looking for that 3D platforming fix. However, December the 14th is coming, right? And Ukulele is being pushed in right before Christmas, and that one is also pretty good as far as a platformer is concerned. If you're not already burned out from Mario Odyssey and collecting all those, that very crazy amount of moons. Now, I kind of got distracted by a few games and I didn't get to finish, but I was in the upper 600s. So, we still got a little ways to go, but we'll go back to it. It gives me something to play later. But the Legend of K is really good, and I recommend it. WWE 2K18 launches tomorrow, December the 6th, for the Nintendo Switch. If you're someone who is a wrestling fan and you say, man, I really want to play this game on the go and I'm ready, and they've been beating around the bush and their Twitter has been just here and there and they've given me no good information and this and this and this. Well, good news for you. Tomorrow is the day. It's finally here. WWE 2K18 launches tomorrow. And, you know, 2K has announced that the game is slated. Yes, this is official. By pre-ordering, which I guess you could do today, the physical version of WWE 2K18, fans can receive 2 playable versions of the WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, his WWE American Hero persona from 2001, and his ECW Wrestling Machine persona from 2006. Digital copies will come with the Kurt Angle pack at no extra cost through December the 13th. So if you are buying this game digital, you're covered. But if you are getting a digital version and you want these Kurt Angle costumes, I guess you'd say, because it's really kind of the same characters, just new personas, costumes. Yeah, then go ahead and go pre-order this today so that you can get that with the physical version. Otherwise, go digital. It is kind of a large update on the game, so get ready for that. Even if you buy the cartridge, there's a pretty big download, so just be ready for that. 2K says that WWE 2K18 on Switch is a robust offering featuring the new grapple carry system, new weight detection, thousands of new animations, and a massive backstage area, and up to 6 new characters on screen at once. Up to 4 people are supported in online and local multiplayer. So this seems to be the full experience on the Nintendo Switch, as opposed to some of the other sports games like FIFA, who took out modes. WWE 2K18 seems to include all these modes, everything that you'd want out of this game, huge backstage areas, characters, and lots of characters on screen at once. And that's, you know, that's pretty great. I think that this is one of those games that if you're into this is very good news. It's going to be fun. I might check it out. I'm not huge into wrestling, to be quite honest. I used to be like back in the day, but I'm not now. But, you know, the games are fun. I might check it out just to see what it's all about, see how it runs on the Nintendo Switch. And if you're into wrestling, let me know, and then I'll talk about it. I might even feature a comment on a future episode. So this little game called Titan Quest has been listed for the Nintendo Switch. As I was going through my GameFly last night, I realized that this was listed for the Nintendo Switch for a release. Now, Titan Quest might be coming because of this, and I don't know. I mean, I've seen nothing else out there except for this listing, but this is a potential hint at an upcoming announcement from THQ Nordic. And Titan Quest is a hack and slash game that first debuted in 2006, and a new anniversary edition launched last year. And THQ Nordic just released a new Immortal Throne expansion last month, and Titan Quest has not appeared on consoles previously. There are more details here about the game. If you would like them, I'm going to go ahead and read them, because hey, if you don't know about them, let's do this. I love these press kits, and I love sharing what they say, because these developers paint such good pictures of their games, and I think that's the best way to communicate these to you. So, discover the courage that turns heroes into legends. From Age of Empires co-creator Brian Sullivan and Braveheart and Randall Wallace comes an innovative action role-playing game set in ancient Greece, Egypt, and Asia. The Titans have escaped their eternal prison, wreaking havoc upon the earth. The gods seek a hero who can turn the tide in an epic struggle that will determine the fate of both men and gods. In this epic quest of good versus evil, players will encounter the greatest villains of Greek mythology, brave the attacks of Cerberus, and hazard the banks of the river Styx. Players will interpret the prophecies of the blind seer Tiresias, fight alongside Agamemnon and Achilles, however you say his name, and use the wiles of Odysseus to conquer this dark new adventure. Sorry about murdering those names there. Are you ready for the quest? Are you ready? The key features of this game: you can explore the ancient world, unlock arcane mysteries, and battle the beasts of mythology as you journey to the Parthenon, Great Pyramids, Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Great Wall, and other legendary locations. Atmospheric graphics take the hero's journey through the authentic ancient world settings, crafted in stunning realistic 3D. Conquer monsters of legend, battle horrific monsters and mythical beasts in a story-driven campaign that will determine the fate of all existence. highly customizable characters. Build and customize your characters with 28 classes and over 1,000 pieces of unique and legendary items to create the ultimate champion. Online multiplayer gameplay where you can challenge others to experience your map creations in fast action 2 to 6 player online cooperative gameplay. You can create your own worlds, create your own maps with the easy to use world editor for endless adventuring. This game looks very solid. If it is true, if Gamefly is right that this game is coming to the Nintendo Switch, I'm very excited, and I believe that you should be too. So yesterday we had a Mega Man 30th anniversary presentation, live stream, I guess you would say, and there was some really good stuff that came from this. Firstly, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and guess what? They will both have amiibo support. So hopefully this means that more Mega Man amiibo will eventually come out, because that would be great. The Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 are in the works for the Switch. Capcom announced this yesterday during a stream. And the original Mega Man Legacy Collection came to 3DS in 2016. However, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 has never been on any Nintendo system ever until now. And this is really, really cool. A lot of people have been waiting on this, begging for this on social media, saying, please just give it to me. Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 launched for the Nintendo Switch sometime in the summer of 2018. That wasn't the end of the news, though. Next up, they showed us something pretty awesome. Capcom announced Mega Man 11, which will also come to the Switch in 2018. This, however, will come in late 2018. So during its Mega Man 30th anniversary celebration live stream, Capcom revealed that Mega Man 11 is coming to the Switch. Yes! I was just excited when I saw the end of that trailer, and then I saw that Switch logo, and I was like, yes, that's the way to play. And my prediction is this will outsell every other version. I'm telling you, this is the way to play. This Mega Man, that's a great mesh of the classic 2D and new 3D elements on the go, running as good as every other console. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited about it, and you should be too. This is great. This is a game to be excited about. It's huge. It's a must purchase for me, and I cannot wait to play. I think it's going to be great, and I honestly do believe that Nintendo Switch is the only way to play this game, to be able to play the full game on the go, anywhere, and bada boom. I mean, this is just the way that it is. They also showed that Mega Man 11 has 4 different difficulty modes and also silhouettes for Robot Masters. So following the reveal of Mega Man 11, Capcom put out an official press release for the game, which included a tease of this variety of difficulty options that you see in front of you. So the official Japanese website for Mega Man has more information about this. 4 difficulty levels are included. There's newcomer mode, casual mode, normal mode, and expert. And let's put it this way. It's been a while since I played Mega Man, so I know which one I'm starting on and working progressively. And I can't wait just to see how hard this is by the end of it. Anyway, that's going to do it for the news today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Y'all are really awesome. And be sure to like and subscribe below. I really mean that. If you're watching this, I see that most of the people that watch this video, you're not subscribed to my channel. And I would really love for you to do that so that you can get all of your Nintendo news right here. Very easy, and it helps me out a lot. So if you like this content, go right down here to this red button and just hit it. It says subscribe. And also like this video, which pushes it up in the YouTube algorithm. Sound off in the comments below about any bit of this news. I love to hear from you. I love reading your comments. And even if I don't get a chance to respond, I read every comment and I try my best. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.